We are connecting with the full moon today. The full moon, surrendering to the divine. It is a full moon in Leo. A full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. All right, now, things to remember about this full moon coming. There is lots of planets in Aquarius energy at this time. And you may or may not, I don't know about you, but I am, and my mind is a busy. It's a busy. That's the Aquarian energy. And it's been a challenge to focus on your direction, on the direction that you want to take. That's what I'm finding. Anyway, it's important to be grounded and hydrated, connect with earth, connect with water. The air element is very strong right now. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I'm in Northeast Victoria in Australia. And so it's very, very hot. We're in a heat wave, which we haven't seen for a number of years. And so there has been a few fires around at the moment. So the fire element is gearing up for this fire horse year that kicks in I was going to say shortly and soon. Came out certainly, which will in 17th of Feb. Okay, but now we're in the last full moon of this snake year. So this is your opportunity to fully release everything that no longer serves. And if you are anything like me, it's been a lot of ancestral work that you've been moving through at this particular time. Well, especially the last 12 months, but in particular maybe for a few years. We're closing a 7-year cycle and we're closing a 14-year cycle. So whatever happened for you in the last 7 years or the last 14 years, just sort of take a mental note and reflect on that. The full moon in Leo. What do we know about Leo? Well, Leo is the creative genius. And Leo loves to shine. And this full moon in Leo may put you in a really creative state. And because of all of this Aquarian energy, it also may give you the chutzpah to follow through on some actions or some ideas in a creative manner. It's important, what I'm hearing is it's important to let go and trust the process though. So you may do an about face, a complete 180 in a direction that you thought you were going to take. You may bring in some new elements that weren't sort of either accessible or possible for you to entertain. But it's your time to shine right now, and so it is important to clear away the last dregs of what no longer serves you so you can shine with confidence. And if you don't have the confidence in yourself, have confidence in your soul leading you. Have confidence in spirit supporting you. Have confidence knowing that you're on the right path. All right, so what are the messages? Is there a particular message for our collective, the light crew, at this particular time, please, Spirit? Is there a message in particular? Okay, I just got told to put this one down and pick this one up. Okay, the message for the light crew at this time, please. The message for the light crew at this time. Okay, cut the deck. Just going to do a quick cut. Inspiration. Of course, That's the Leo. That's the Aquarian and Leo axis working together. There's a fiery idea, a creative idea that's glowing within your solar plexus right now. And it's illuminating, like you're in this alignment of, I've got something to share. And anything I touch right now is going to turn into pure creative. I heard chaos, but it feels like a chaos that is manipulated. Now, not manipulated in a bad way. Manipulation is just a word, but it feels like you can create this creative chaos in a way to form something that is of benefit to you. One hand on your heart and one hand on your action. So there's a balance of the feminine and the masculine energy happening within you at the moment. So this full moon will bring about finding answers. You are going, and straight away, what I'm noticing is there's a blue butterfly and there's one blue eye. So this energy here, the answers, reminds me of Odin, who gave his eye for insight. He gave his eye for insight, for humanity. And it's like you're finding it now. You're finding your own insight. Oh my goodness, I'm overwhelmed with emotions right now. You are finding the answers within. And this is going to create a new space for you to express yourself in a new path, in a new direction that's powerful and that's soul-led. It's very much soul-led. The answers are within. Oh, that's all I have to say about that. That's all I had to say about that. However, on the bottom of these two, which we'll also take, is financial wealth and friendship. So if you've been finding, oh my goodness, and then that is it. If you've been finding it really challenging because you've been doing all this inner work and you keep shedding all these layers, that's part of the snake energy, the 9 resonance. We're shifting into a 1. We're already in the 1, but we haven't fully closed off the 9 yet because of the snake energy in the Chinese year. So now it's time to, I'm hearing soul tribe, soul led. There's connections, there's networks starting to form, which is part of this heart-centeredness. Look at this. There's the heart glowing again in this energy here, in the collective, in this group. Now, it may be something in person, it may be something in line, it may be just your friends and family, it could be anything to do with anybody, okay, or a group of people. It could be something at work, a collaborative energy that's happening at work. But you are being blessed. There's a face in there. This is part of the greater scheme of life, bringing you all together, your soul group together, in order to create, in order to inspire each other and the greater good. This feels wonderful. This feels wonderful. And as a result, look at all of that color. Look at all of that excitement, but focused stability. There is such joy in this energy here. Financial health. Yeah, I feel like there's people coming together for you. You are part of I'm hearing a collective that brings in amazing energy. There's also, again, the full moon. And the wonderful thing about this moon is the 2 colors of this is created in here. So there's a golden, illuminating, protective energy that's assisting you in your manifesting at the moment. It's very stable. It's very earthly. The more grounded you are, the more connected you are to nature, the more anchored your path is going to be moving forward, which is normal anyway. We know this. But this is really imperative at this particular time. We've also got the grieving card. And what I'm also seeing here is that the blue butterfly up here is obviously here. So there's something in the grieving, which is part of the release phase of this full moon that you're going to head into over the next 2 weeks. There's a releasing that's happening, but through that releasing is a rebirth. It's a beautiful rebirth, and you're not fully aware of it just yet. So it's not something that you can articulate. It's not something that you can see. It's not something you can plan. It is very fluid and it's very organic. And you'll know when you're in it how blessed the surrendering and the releasing and the grieving is. There's a blessing in it. There's a silver lining, a blessing that's happening as a result of this. So yeah, there's a wonderful new energy coming to light at the moment. Wonderful new energy. All right. I am guided to pull a little bit more information for this full moon in Leo. This is the Enchanted Forest card. This was the Spellcraft cards. Oh, here we go. Any more information here, please? Look, whoever is listening to this, I mean, if you've made it this far, you're obviously in this slipstream. You've been doing so much work on yourself, so much self-love, so much personal development, knowing where your boundaries are, knowing when to speak, when not to speak, how much to share, how much to keep to yourself. You've been doing so much work on yourself that you have now starting to accept all of yourself, warts and all, in this journey. And because you have been doing all of this work, your frequency, your resonance is now able to be tuned into, and this is the bandwidth again. This is where you're starting to connect with others on that same frequency of honoring the self and being really self-aware and conscious of who you are. You almost might come to start to reflect or see reflection in other people at the moment as well. Meaning, if there's a challenge happening internally for you, there's going to be a challenge that's happening externally. Now, whether you witness that in somebody else having their challenge, or whether you're having a challenge with that person's situation, circumstance. So there's a huge self-awareness that's happening right now. Is there any more information around this at this particular time? This really just feels like you're really stepping into your soul-led path, your blueprint, your truth, your empowerment for your highest good and well-being, and for the highest good and well-being of all. It's time to honor who you are, the journey that you've taken. Nothing else is coming out. So on the bottom, we do have the 10 of Pentacles, which is, again, this is a collective, this is a connection, this is a network, this is knowing that you are safe. This is really deep in terms of the awareness that you have. You're now starting to connect with an energy within you that's going to resonate externally of one of peace. You know, conflict is not something that we're going to be able to avoid. So it's just that you'll handle it better, and you'll know when to take the high road, when to take an assertive road. There's so much, I'm hearing elevation and celebration happening. So there's a beautiful space moving forward for you in this Leo full moon energy that is really rewarding, and it feels long overdue, but there's still a little bit more grieving and letting go of the old to happen in order to step into. But there's, epiphanies and pings of enlightenment that's going to occur over the next several days. You know, I'm recording this on the 30th. The full moon happens on the 2nd here in Australia. So you may, in between now and, you know, a few days afterwards, you'll start to see a big shift in your perception and the way you're going to view and see not only yourself but the world, because you've done so much work. I hope this makes sense. I'm going to keep diving into this for the Light Crew, the members of the Light Crew, part of my website. So I'm going to end this here. We're going to hone in a little bit more. So I hope you find this Leo full moon energy really enlightening for you on many different levels. So blessings to you. Namaste.